Hello, welcome to Salt and Light Canning. I'm Jessica and this is my kitchen. And today we are making some pickled carrots. I made pickled carrots for you about a year ago and we're out, so I'm making some more. I'm going to start by making my brine. This is 8 cups of filtered water. And to this, I'm going to add 8 cups of vinegar. I'm using just plain white vinegar. You can use any kind of vinegar you would like to use. Just make sure it is 5% acidity. All right, to my water and my vinegar, I'm going to add 8 teaspoons of sugar and 8 teaspoons of pickling and canning salt. Now I'm going to go get this on the stove and heat it up just enough to where my salt and my sugar dissolve, and I'll be right back. All right, I am cutting up some carrots to go in my jars. I have peeled these and washed these, and now I'm just cutting them into spears so that they can go in my jars. You can cut your carrots however you want to cut them. Or if you have baby carrots, go ahead and do that. Please make your carrots however you would like to make your carrots. We planted carrots in the garden and I'm very excited about that. They taste a lot different than carrots from the store. All right, I'm gonna get my mess cleaned up, get my jars out, and I'll be back when I'm putting these in jars. And we're back. I'm gonna start by putting my dry spices in my jar. So today I'm using dry dill. I don't have fresh dill. I'm using about half a teaspoon, if this is a teaspoon. About half of one of these spoons. Now I'm going to add about the same amount of red pepper flakes. This will give them a little bit of spice, but it's not like overwhelming. And I have just found that putting my spices in the bottom helps to prevent from getting them up under my lid and having my jars not seal. I'm also going to add 1 bay leaf. If you don't like it, leave it out. But adding things like a bay leaf to your pickled vegetables helps to ensure that they stay crisp, because bay leaves have tannins. You could also use like grape leaves that has tannins, or spices like turmeric. Please find what you like and what works for you. Also going to add about half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of pickling spice. And I buy my pickling spice in bulk. Check out my link below for my Amazon store. And of course, if you don't like pickling spice, just leave it out. A wonderful thing about home canning and preserving is you get to make a recipe that you enjoy and that your family enjoys. All right, I have my spices in the bottom. I'm gonna add a few cloves of garlic, and then I'm going to try and put as many carrots in this jar as I can. I found the easiest way is to kind of lay the jar on its side right here and just stuff them in there. It's like putting together a puzzle. Kind of shake it a little bit, get things moved around so they fit a little better. And add some more. And I'm gonna add a couple more pieces of garlic on top. So because I want crispy vegetables, something that I do in my pickles is I add a little pickle fresh or pickle crisp to each jar. This just helps keep my vegetables crispy. So for a pint jar, it's about 1/8 of a teaspoon. I couldn't find my 1/8 of a teaspoon, so I'm doing 1/2 of a quarter. Now, it's time for me to add my brine. My brine has cooled down. It's about room temperature. I'm going to add it to each of my jars to about 1/2 inch add space. All right, I have brine in all my jars. I'm going to carefully try to debubble. It's kind of hard with pickled vegetables because you have them like packed in there. So just do your best. Then I'm going to take a little bit of white vinegar and wipe the rim of my jar. Make sure it's very clean so nothing can interfere with the seal. Then take a canning lid, line it up, and a ring, maybe, just to finger tight. Those are so pretty in the jar. I'm just gonna finish closing up these jars and I'll be back when I'm doing something else. All right, my canner is full. I have all 9 pints in here and I'm gonna turn the stove on. My water is cold because everything in the jars is cold, and I have a splash of vinegar. I'm going to bring this up to a boil and allow it to process for about 10 to 15 minutes. I'll be back when I'm taking them out. All right, we're back. Timer went off. Turned everything off, took the lid off, and we've been waiting several minutes. And so now I'm gonna take these out of the canner. Just beautiful. Don't tip your jars. Now, these are gonna sit on my counter overnight and relax and seal. And in the morning, I'll take all the rings off and wash the jars and get them ready for the pantry. Now, for them to be pickled, because pickling is a process, you're gonna wanna wait to eat your carrots for at least 2 weeks. So just leave them on your pantry shelf for at least 2 weeks so that the brine infuses into the vegetables and they become pickled. But anyways, it's just delicious. So excited. I hope this blessed you. Hope it inspired you. Just don't be afraid to try, okay? Pickling vegetables is so easy. It's just vegetables in a jar with some brine. And there you go. That's it. Be so blessed. Know that you're loved and be a blessing to someone else. I'll see you in the next video.